When you've been married for 7 years, you start to believe you've seen every version of your partner. The happy one, the angry one, the tired one, the loving one. But nothing prepares you for the version that looks at you like you're invisible. That's how Sarah had started to treat me. It wasn't sudden. It was a slow, creeping distance that began after she got promoted at the firm. The late-night messages from her project manager, the excuses about networking events, the constant glow of her phone screen during dinner in our house in Kansas City, Missouri. I wanted to believe it was all innocent. I really did. But every time she smiled at that screen, I felt the sting in my gut, the kind that whispers, "You're being replaced." The night it all unraveled, she was getting ready for another work party. She looked stunning, that tight red dress she hadn't worn in years, hair perfectly curled, perfume lingering in the hallway. When I told her she looked beautiful, she gave me a half smile and said, "Don't wait up, Justin." Those 3 words hit harder than any argument we'd ever had. "Who's going to be there?" I asked, trying to keep my voice calm. She rolled her eyes. "Oh my God, Justin, it's just my team. Don't start." Then she grabbed her purse, and before I could say anything else, the door clicked shut behind her. Hours passed. Midnight turned into 2 a.m., and still no sign of her. I called. I texted. Everything went unanswered. Her location was turned off. I sat in the living room, staring at the clock, the TV still flickering from hours earlier. My mind painted pictures I didn't want to see. Her laughing, dancing, maybe even in someone else's arms. By 4 a.m., I stopped waiting. Something inside me broke, not from anger, but from the final realization that I was done being the fool. I walked to the front door, turned the deadbolt, and went to bed without another thought. At 6:30 a.m., desperate knocking woke me. It wasn't gentle. "Justin, open the door." Sarah's voice. I stayed still, watching morning light slip through the curtains. She banged harder. "Justin, please." I got up, walked to the door, and looked through the peephole. Her makeup was smeared, hair a mess, eyes red from crying. "Please, I can explain," she begged. But I didn't open it. "Not this time," I whispered through the door. "You made your choice, Sarah. I just made mine." Then I walked away while she cried and begged me not to do this. For the next 2 days, she stayed with a friend. She texted constantly, but I didn't respond. I needed time to think, to decide if there was even a reason to hear her side. My family told me to leave her. My buddy said she wasn't worth a second chance. But love doesn't die that easily. It lingers like smoke in a burned-out house, choking you even after the fire's gone. So on the 3rd night, when my phone rang at 2 a.m., I answered without thinking. Her voice was shaky, terrified. "Justin, I'm in the hospital." Those words shot me out of bed. "What happened?" I asked, panic flooding in. Through sobs, she told me she'd been in a minor car accident on her way home from her friend's place. "I just wanted to see you," she said. "I needed to talk." I didn't know if I should be furious or terrified, but my body moved before my mind could stop it. When I reached the hospital in Kansas City, she was sitting on the edge of the bed with a small cut on her forehead and eyes swollen from crying. The sight of her broke something in me. I wanted to hate her, but seeing her fragile and scared like that, I couldn't. She grabbed my hand the second I sat beside her. "Justin, I messed up," she said. "That night I did go out with him, but nothing happened. I swear. I wanted to feel noticed again. Her voice cracked. You've been distant. We've both changed. I just wanted to feel alive. I looked at her, my chest heavy with anger and pity. And this is how you do it? By destroying everything we built? I asked. She nodded, tears falling. I don't expect forgiveness. I just didn't want you to stop caring. For a long time I sat in silence, trying to understand how two people who once promised forever could end up strangers on opposite sides of a hospital bed. Then, softly I said, Sarah, I'll always care. But caring doesn't mean staying. She looked at me, confused. What are you saying? I stood up. I'm saying goodbye for both of us, because love can't live where trust has died. I turned and walked out before she could say another word. A month later, I finalized the divorce. She sent one last message. I hope you find peace, Justin. I never deserved you. And maybe she was right, because sometimes peace doesn't come from revenge or even closure. It comes from walking away, locking the door, and never opening it again, no matter how many times it knocks. But every once in a while, late at night, I still remember that 2 a.m. call, the one that almost pulled me back in, and the one that finally set me free.